live at Musikfest 2015. What an exciting day it is right here at Wells Fargo Festplatz. I'm Mike Mittman, being joined by two very distinguished gentlemen. My good buddy that joins me Sunday nights at the Musikfest Cafe Live on TV2, the Vice President of ArtsQuest, Mr. Curt Mosel, and we have the Director of Marketing for Yuengling Brewery, the oldest brewery in the United States of America. And wow, are they going great guns, Mr. Tyler Simpson. Curt, always great to be with you. And first of all, you ordered some terrific weather this week here.
We've dialed it in pretty well, Mike. Thanks for having us on. We are very excited about the weather. The forecast looks great through the rest of the festival, so we're really expecting some great crowds out here, some fantastic music, some great food, and of course some unbelievably cold Yuengling.
And you know, Tyler, I got to tell you, the only complaint I hear about Yuengling beer is it's too good. They can't get enough of it here. The people are loving it.
Well, that's nice of you to say. Obviously, we've been very fortunate. We've been brewing beer here in the area for over 186 years. We built a great fan base here. And obviously, a property like Musikfest is an amazing way for us to activate our brand. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great fit for us.
And of course, last year at Oktoberfest, I had the pleasure of interviewing, and I've done it before, your boss, Mr. Dick Yuengling, and we threw some stories back and forth. I spent some time up at Pottsville, a lot of time up there, and that is where you were from. And it's really great to see a local based, and I call Pottsville, you know, that's in our viewing area. A lot of our subscribers from the Pottsville, Pennsylvania area. We started up in the coal regions, Service Electric, and it's really great to see it, but you've really swept the entire nation by storm.
Well, we've had a lot of success, and obviously Dick's been brewing great beer for some time. The family's been in business now in Pottsville for 186 years. We're in the 6th generation of Yuenglings now involved in the business, so we've been very fortunate. We're in 17 states now, and who knows, we might expand in the future, but we've got a lot of opportunity to still grow within our core markets, and that's why this relationship is so great for us. We get people out sampling our beer, trying things, and Oktoberfest is right around the corner, and that's going to be a lot of fun too.
And I think it started 2 years ago at Oktoberfest, and speaking about that, how could we forget more beer, more food, more music, more games, October 2nd through the 4th and October 9th through the 11th at steelstacks.org for more information. You don't want to miss Oktoberfest, or I like to call it, in my own terms, Musikfest 2. That's my name that I happen to give for. But it started, I think, 2 years ago. You came up with a unique creation. You brewed especially for Oktoberfest. Let's talk a little bit about that.
We obviously have our unique Oktoberfest brew that we have, and we're bringing that back by popular demand again this year for the marketplace. And we've got some other brews that we're working on. We've got an India Pale Lager that we're going to be rolling with later this year, and I don't want to give too much away, but I think we'll be sampling some of that at Oktoberfest as well. So it's going to be a great event. Dick's going to be there, of course, tapping the ceremonial first keg, so it should be a lot of fun. So we hope everyone comes down for that.
And everybody here, you know, we won't mention the gallons that flows through here. You probably know that answer.
That's a good idea.
You want to throw a little out?
Oh, it's a lot.
A lot of gallons. And everybody's got their Musikfest mug, and they are a collector's item, and they're flying right out of here. But a lot of Yuengling here, and you know, there's all different flavors of Yuengling as well.
There absolutely is. You know, it's not just lager and light lager. It's the Summer Wheat, which was a newer brand for them that they came out with last year, and you know, Chesterfield's out here. So Yuengling has a great line of beers, and folks have the opportunity to come out, fill their mug with a whole variety of them, really enjoy and you know, take in the family's brew and have a great time out here at Musikfest.
I said the only complaint I've heard about Yuengling, they can't get enough of it. They're refilling those mugs time and again and again. They are loving it. And, you know, Yuengling used to be noted for a few select products. Your lager was always, you know, incredible, and some of your other beers. But as Curt mentioned, you added, you know, the summer beers. You added so many more varieties to your traditional Yuengling lineup.
Well, obviously lager is our flagship, and we're very proud about the business we've built with that, but we're also looking to be opportunistic and look to see if there are other beers we can brew that can bring in more drinkers. And obviously we're in the middle of summer season. Summer wheat's a big hit for us this summer. We're rolling with Oktoberfest here in the next few weeks, and like I mentioned, we've got this India Pale Lager coming, which is really going to be special for us. So it's an exciting time to be in the business, and it's great to work with the Yuengling family, and we're really fortunate to have so many great fans out there.
And of course, all year long, Yuengling is featured inside the beautiful Musikfest Cafe at the Steel Stacks, and it's a great place to have Yuengling all year long.
Well, yeah, the whole family of beers is represented in the Musikfest Cafe presented by Yuengling. We're actually looking at doing some upgrades to bring in the brand in, putting some things on the tables that people sit at during the cabaret shows, giving it a fresh look. So, you know, people have enjoyed the brand there now for almost 5 years. And as we enter the next 5 years there, we're going to surprise some folks with, like Tyler said, the Indian Pale Lager, and some other things will be represented there as well. So we do 125 concerts in the Musikfest Cafe presented by Yuengling, and it's just going to be another great year as we roll into 2016.
And we'll be talking more about those on Sunday nights on the Musikfest Cafe Live. It's always great to be at the Musikfest Cafe. And that's, you know, of course, the largest, without question, the largest free music festival in the United States of America, as we've been saying time and time again. Over 550 free music and arts performances, 15 free stages. This really is like the home run. It has to be the home run. I know you do so many great things during the year, but it can't get much bigger than Musikfest.
It can, and really this is just a wonderful opportunity to get out, spend some time with your family and friends, connect with all sorts of different musical acts. You can't beat it, and what's better than listening to great music and enjoying a nice cold Yuengling traditional lager. So we're really lucky for the relationship that we have with Curt and Cassie and the folks at ArtsQuest, and it's really quite a good deal for us. So we're looking forward to many new things coming forward in the future, and hopefully you guys will make it down here this week. This weather is unbelievable.
And we talked about the weather, you know, on the Musikfest Cafe Live on Sunday nights. I predicted, I think with you, that we would hit 1.4 million. And I think we hit that on Saturday night. I think we had that.
Felt like it, didn't it?
I think we had that alone on Saturday night. But I believe we're going to be well over the 1.5 million mark. The weather's just been unbelievable.
You know, this is like last year was probably one of the best years of weather we've had, and this year looks like it could line up the same. And you know, we continue to strategize to try to be new and creative and more inventive at the festival, and I think we've done a couple things this year again that have allowed that to happen. And you know, should it pan out that way, this weekend coming up is going to be crazy down here. So folks need to come out early, get here, get their parking spot, or park in one of their shuttle lots and come down and establish their territory, get around, see all the great music that's going to be happening through the rest of the weekend, and just have a great time with a cold Yuengling.
And easier to get to than ever before, and brand new this year, the Uber app, and that's an exciting way that people are talking about to get here.
You're exactly right. We wanted to make sure to offer people a safe opportunity to get home or get down here, and having Uber come to us and be the first partnership in the Lehigh Valley offers people an opportunity to really have a lot of fun and not have to worry about getting home. So we had a conference call with them this week, and you know, so far they've said we've hit it out of the park. They're getting far more traffic than they thought they would. More than they get from most other festivals. So, you know, all of the folks that have been taking advantage of it just means they're obviously having a great time down here.
And the great thing is people coming from, as we always say, from all over the United States of America. Basically, I think we have them from like 50 different states. Alaska, we have them from Canada, from outside the country. And this has to be a great thing because they're coming here, many of them from outside the U.S. or from other states, you know, whether it's California or Alaska, wherever, and they're trying Yuengling, and they're wondering, how do I get Yuengling in Alaska? What can you do to help them out?
Well, try writing your local politician first, and after that, try writing Dick. But no, it's really humbling to see all the fans come in, enjoy our beers. We obviously think we've got something special going on, but again, it's just such a great event. We're so happy and thrilled to be a part of it, and we hope to see more of you out here this week.
Oh, they'll be out, and if we say every night, Tuesday and a Monday is looking like Saturday. It's unbelievable. Well, you really think it's the weekend.
Well, people really have more free time on the weekends to come out and pour in here, but even today on a Thursday with the weather the way it is, today and tonight are going to be just crazy down here. So we think through the whole home stretch here that this festival is going to be jam-packed. We've got some great, obviously, music at the main stage over at the Sand Steel stage tonight with 3 Doors Down and Collective Soul. Tomorrow night, just about a sold out. There's only singles left for Darius Rucker.
He always sells out. He sold out 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Snoop Dogg bringing an urban act to the festival this year is doing really well. We're selling 100 tickets a day right now for that show, so it's finishing strong. And then we wrap up with Alice in Chains. So we've got 4 great, huge national acts going through, and then we've got more than 200 performances on the free stages. So there is so much for people to do when they come down here. We've got a ton of kids' activities over at Kinderplatz. We've got...
What about that zip lining? Everybody's walking by our broadcast booth and talking about the 200-foot zip line right behind us.
Yeah, my son came down on Sunday and did it, and I swear to God, the first thing I saw as he came up, there was a smile, and it just got bigger coming at me. It's fantastic. Kids are having a blast doing that. So they've got go-karts out here now today. There's just a ton for kids to do.
And the ants?
Well, the ants have wrapped up. They were here the first weekend, but it was a tremendous success. The Polygot Theater out of Australia coming here and doing a kids performance, and it was an example of nonverbal communication through actors with children, and it was great to see how the kids interpreted and got involved in that. Now the second half of the weekend, we've got what's called Headphone Disco in that same location over at Handworkplatz. Our friends at Air Products were nice enough to sponsor that as well. Lori Gosley-Hackett and the whole team over there, so good to us. So this Headphone Disco, which will be starting tonight, folks can go, pop on a headset and listen to a live DJ and dance their hearts out while everyone else is wondering what the heck they're doing because they can't hear a bit of the music. So just always trying something new and something fun for the fans that come out to Musikfest.
How many people can try that disco at one time? How many
hundreds
headphones?
Of people at once can do it. Literally, they've got hundreds of headphone sets. So it's a pretty big area. It's going to be fun to watch folks get crazy at it tonight and throughout the rest of the festival.
That is an absolutely fantastic idea. And I know you talked about adding different things. Anything you can tell us in addition to some brand new things that you're working on at the famous Yuengling Brewery?
Yeah, we've got a lot of neat things going on back in Pottsville. We're in the process of renovating the old historic dairy building, which is just across the street from America's oldest brewery. And in that dairy, we're going to have a tasting room. We're going to have a gift shop so you can get all that cool Yuengling swag. And then we're also going to have a museum that's going to showcase artifacts throughout our 186-year history. So that's going to open in early 2016, and it's going to be worth the trip into Pottsville to see it. Obviously, taste our great beer and get more of a feel for our history, so it's going to be really fun.
And I know it's just such a great time to be teaming up with Yuengling, whether it's here, whether it's at Oktoberfest. And again, we want to remind you, we'll throw that little preview in now, Oktoberfest coming your way up at the south side, the Steel Stacks, October 2nd through the 4th. We kick it off, and the ceremonial first keg of special Oktoberfest brew will be tapped by none other than Mr. Dick Yuengling, and there it is, October 2nd through the 4th, and we return again October 9th through the 11th, Oktoberfest, and everybody is loving, you and John Lunger, you put together some wild and crazy games. It's great food, great music, great beverages, great drinks, great Yuengling, but the games are absolutely incredible as well.
Well, Mike, we're bringing them back again this year. We've got the Yuengling 5K race again that we're going to do. People are signing up like crazy, so if you want to get into the race, you better act fast because it's going to sell out again this year. So that's certainly something people can do. We're going to have the Dachshund races, the Wiener Dog races, which is a
hit.
Favorite.
That's a hit.
You're absolutely right. We're looking at doing the Celebrity Skills Challenge again this year, so I know the Service Electric...
Gee, I wonder who may win that again.
Yeah, the Service Electric team has been out there really dominating it the last couple of years, so I know there's some teams out there that are eyeing for you. Then we're going to have the folks at 99.9 The Hawk doing the bingo on the second weekend again. As you said, tons of great music, all kinds of great both German food and Pennsylvania Dutch food. The vendor village will be back, so there's just so much to do. and it's such a great free event for folks to come out and be a part of. We'll of course be doing the Brewers Village again, which is a ticketed event that takes place Friday and Saturday nights. But you know, it's just great, more fun, and we're so thankful that our friends at Yuengling support us with that event. And here at Musikfest and the Musikfest Cafe, we couldn't do all of the free programming that we do without support of great sponsors like Yuengling and some of our other partners.
And Tyler, I personally want to thank you and Dick Yuengling. I remember the first year that we did the Oktoberfest, there was a $10 ticketed admission to get in, but thanks to the great people like yourself, the people at Yuengling Brewing, it is now absolutely, totally free to come in and have the time of your life. It is absolutely free. Was not the case until they stepped up.
Well, that's just it. You know, I think nobody knows their business better than the folks at Yuengling. And, you know, we sat down with them last spring and had a real heart-to-heart about how we can make this event even better, because we're always trying to adapt and evolve. And it was just some great insights on their part that led us down this path, and it paid off in droves this year or last year, and I'm sure it will again continue to grow. So we'll be out here promoting Oktoberfest this whole closing weekend at Musikfest, handing out some promotional cards, getting people in the spirit, and very shortly thereafter we'll start the public promotion with media and a couple other surprises for the Lehigh Valley.
And we'll see you at the Musikfest Cafe show. We'll be pushing that as well. We're promoting, and we'll be updating everybody, because I know you're working on some things that we haven't talked about yet for Oktoberfest.
Absolutely right, Mike.
Some new surprises that you're working on for Oktoberfest this year that you can let us in on a little bit?
Well, I think I kind of tipped my cap a little bit there with India Pale Lager being available, in addition to the great Oktoberfest brew that we're going to be bringing. So I think that's really what we're most excited about, is getting liquid on lips and letting people really experience our brands and see what makes Yuengling different. And I think that's obviously our history, being America's oldest brewery. We've got 6 generations of Yuengling family members owning the business and involved in the business. So we're just looking to get more people exposed to our brands.
All right, and tell us some of the new things that you're working on right here at Musikfest.
Well, right here at Musikfest, it's really been all about taking advantage of and using social media. This year we have a partnership with Think Energy, where they've sponsored our street team the past couple years, but this year we took in some technology called TagCast, and we've got the street team out there taking photos of people where then they can jump onto their Facebook page, upload the pictures, like Think Energy, tag them, and you know, spread the awareness of all the fun people are having down here. The street team is at it again, handing out just hundreds.
A lot of free stuff. You know, people don't realize all the free stuff that you can get right here.
Every day they hand out between 1,500 and 2,500, you know, different items of swag from all of our sponsors. And all you got to do is track them down and hit them up, and they'll be happy to take care of you. When it rains, Provident Bank is giving away ponchos. When it's nice, they're giving away, you know, bags. You can get sunscreen. There's just so many different things. So it's amazing how creative sponsors are getting at interacting with our fans. You know, when it's a brand like Yuengling, it's very easy because beer and music and festivals are part and parcel to each other. But when you're a financial institution, it's a little more challenging. So some of those folks really have to kind of get creative in order to do that. But it's always so amazing when we sit down and we start brainstorming some of the things they come up with. And some of the interactive displays that you'll see around the festival grounds, when you come out, it's listen to great music, it's drink great Yuengling beer, it's eat some food, but then it's go experience all this cool stuff the sponsors are doing. It's really neat.
The kids are loving the PlayStation right behind us here. That's a big favorite.
I had to drag Carson out kicking and screaming the other day when he was here, because he got in there. You know, he's playing NBA. He's, you know, playing all kinds of games, just having a blast. It's really, there's so much to do for everybody that comes out to Musikfest. That's what makes it unique.
All right, and again, we're getting ready for a big weekend here. And I can safely say this weekend is going to be the biggest, because I remember Patrick Brogan started 2 years ago with the British Invasion weekend. And I've never seen crowds like that with the weather that they're scheduled to have for this coming weekend. I hope you've brewed a lot of Yuengling. That's all I can tell you.
We're going to have to call back, and we're going to have to keep the brewery going all night to keep up, because this is the crowds are fantastic, and like I said, we're just fortunate to be a part of all this. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone out here.
All right, and again, a great weekend with the British Invasion weekend coming up, and then the final day, of course, will be Sunday. And what a better tribute, what a better way to get out of Musikfest and get ready for Oktoberfest. And we'll tell you more about Oktoberfest, as you said, during the weekend, than the great fireworks display that you have. And I heard this year bigger and better than ever before.
You're absolutely right. Ray has worked with the city and the company that puts the fireworks on for us, and it's going to be off the hook. So Sunday night, right at the tail end of Alice in Chains, all you got to do is be down here and look up, and you won't be able to miss it.
And one of the cool things about this, we were broadcasting right down the street. We were just walking around. I think it was, my days are a little mixed up, I think it was Tuesday night. We're at one of the stands, and who do we see walking by? We weren't supposed to see him, but I happened to spot him. One of the members of ZZ Top was checking it out. So everybody wants to be at Musikfest. Even ZZ Top, they weren't performing yet. That's coming up, but they were checking it out here.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. A lot of times we do see that where the headlining acts will get in town and they just know they're playing a festival. They don't know all that it really has to offer. And we'll be talking with the band and they'll say, well, tell us a little bit about the venue, and we will. And then we'll say, and we also have 15 other stages spread out throughout the city, and they'll just be blown away. And immediately from some of the younger bands hopping on skateboards and taking off down to explore, to some of the older guys coming out here having the bus drop them off to walk around, listen to some great music, grab a cold Yuengling, and just enjoy the festival. It's great.
And again, please call the brewery, and I'm telling you right now, this weekend is going to be big. You better keep them going around the clock, because the people are loving the Yuengling.
We're going to get on the horn with Dick right away and make sure he's got us firing on all cylinders. But it's going to be a great weekend, and again, couldn't pick a better venue. And knock on wood, Curt's done a great job with the weather, so it's all good down here.
All right, I just want to say, congratulations to you and to Dick Yuengling. Please send him my best, and all of us from Service Electric. Great place, the coal regions. That's where cable was invented too. And Dick and I were talking about stories. The America's oldest brewery from Pottsville and Mahanoy City, America's first and oldest cable system. So we kind of had, a lot in common. A great association. And again, I want to thank you. I was really blown away last year when you made the announcement that Oktoberfest would now be free thanks to our great friends. I mean, it was worth it at $10, but free, you can't beat it. Curt Mosel, Vice President, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, Mike. We really appreciate you having us on.
Tyler Simpson, keep up the great work at Yuengling.
Thank you, and remind everyone to drink responsibly out there, and thanks so much for your support.
All right, get those mugs filled right now.